Okay, it is started now. Okay. Uh, so as I was saying, so footprinting is a part of reconnaissance process, which is used for gathering possible information about target and the network. So, whenever an hacker, decides that, he wants to maybe do some, damage to any organization, or he wants to gain some access or something like that. He wants to basically hack that organization or any system, anything. For that, he'll first do is he'll gather information about the target, and that part is called as footprinting or reconnaissance. So it generally refers to one of the pre-attack phases, which so before performing any actual attack. So let's say he wants to do some ransomware attack, or he wants to uh, just disrupt the services, perform some DDoS attack, anything like that. So he'll first gather the information about the target, and he may use some of the tools like NSLOOKUP, SAMSPAD, Traceroute, Nmap, etc. We'll see some of those tools today. And there are two types of footprinting. One is active and one is passive. So during active, he'll require the attacker will require to get into the network, or maybe get his hands on the system or something like that. He'll may try to get into the network, maybe through in a direct way or maybe indirect way. But he'll do some or the other way, where he will be in the network, or part of the network, or get on hands on the system that he actually wants to attack. It may require social engineering and other communications as a part of interaction. Then other one is passive, which he will collect information that is publicly available. So there are tools, online tools which are not there for malicious intent, but as a part of where the information is there for publicly accessible. So for that, even I mean those that information is also used as a part of as a defense mechanism also. Like if you're working as a blue team, and you see anyone who is maybe attacking your network, or you see some traffic, you see some domain from where we have received an email, to check the legitimacy of that particular sender or the particular IP. That information can also be used. However, the hacker with the malicious intent, he will collect that information to gain access or something to his malicious intent. So those are the resources that he'll make use of, where he can get information about the DNS records, his domain registrar, etc. So these are the two types of footprinting activities that he can make use of. So reviewing a company's website is a example of passive footprinting, whereas attempting to get access to sensitive information through social engineering is an example of active information gathering. So by social engineering, yesterday we saw, right? So social engineering is something where you will use your communication skills maybe. So basically, like let's say, if you know someone from an organization which you want to attack. Okay, so what the hacker will do is he will probably get connected with him, or maybe using social media account, maybe Facebook, Instagram, or otherwise LinkedIn as well. He may try to get in touch with him, start interaction with him. He'll first, make the target comfortable. Later on, then he'll try to gain information from him. Let's say he may want to lure him for maybe some kind of job opportunity, or extra income, something like that. or even maybe he'll find some common interest with him, and so on. So he'll do this type of social engineering. This is called a social engineering, one of the type of social engineering attack. And through that he'll probably gain some information. Now the risk over here in the active one is, let's say if the target, I mean the person who you're targeting, or trying to get your information from, he may get alerted that you are some hacker and you're trying to gain information. So that the hacker is in danger, of putting his identity disclosure at risk, or putting his, whatever we call as a mission on risk, because if he gets alerted, he'll probably, you know, disclose his intents to the organization, and they may try to take extra measures for that, maybe uh, inform the cyber fraud team, etc. So those are the risks. Even there are some tool, if he uses some tools like maybe what we can say, your NS lookups, or or Nmap. So when we do that particular activities, uh, the recipient becomes aware that someone is trying to gain information or something like that through their defense mechanisms or defensive tools. And this also somewhere puts the risk of highlighting that probably someone is trying to gather information about your organization. So such kind of things are there, which will probably uh, uh, you know uh, put the attacker maybe in risk. But if it works out, like, he'll gain the maximum information from that. So if he, because eventually he's directly gaining information from the network itself. So that basically helps him. And it it provides more in-depth information that he'll require to perform the attack. Passive is something where he is taking data, or he gathering information that is available to everyone. And I guess someone is in the lobby. Why is it not auto allowing? Don't know. Okay. Yeah, so that information will always be limited since it is publicly available. So yeah, I mean, but any which way, it is up to the attacker's mindset that how he wants to approach this, and he'll go forward in that way. So what does this footprinting help you? So it helps you to know security posture. So the data gathered will help us to get overview of the security posture of the company, such as details about presence of firewall, security configurations of applications, etc. So probably, let's say if you do any kind of port scanning, so port scanning will help you to draw, or to understand what kind of ports are open, what kind of responses are there. So it also helps you to know what kind of policies are implemented on the firewall, what kind of traffic is permitted, with what kind of traffic is blocked at the network level or at the firewall level, what are the security configurations that are made, etc. So probably you may target any, there is one um, application of a server application, and that you're aware of that, that is present into the network. Because let's say if there is any application of any organization for its users. So let's say your Airtel, so Airtel will have their applications for them, for the users. So the attacker knows that this application is there, so there will be server, and then he may want to check what are the ports open and what kind of traffic is allowed, and based on that he will be able to then configure that, or what kind of configurations are present, and based on that he can try to perform that attack. So he understands that, this one port is open for this application, and he may get a backdoor or entrance for that port or something like that. He may try to enter from that port. He may try to bring down the services from that port, or target that particular one port. So that is where, he understands the security postures. And the second point is related to the same thing. So it will reduce your target area. So once you understand that, which is your target area, which is your targeted server or something like that. So instead of, targeting the whole network or something like that, he will just target one particular server or one particular device, one particular port from that server, something like that. This will help him to reduce, reduce his attack area, and be, very specific in his attack. Then third will be identifying vulnerabilities. So he can then, once he has understood that this type of uh, uh, let's say servers are used, and it has these types of applications which are actually vulnerable, and we can probably check what kind of uh, types of exploits that he can use, or what kind of threats we can induce on that particular server. So he will try to identify those vulnerabilities. So let's say if any organization has this old version of Windows, and or even if it is latest. So let's say if he is using 2019 server, but it is not recently patched, or there are some applications which are running with, there are some services that are running over there, and he comes to know that this is a third party application or something like that, and then he can maybe see what are the vulnerabilities present on that. Now the server is also not patched, and the application that is running on that server is also some kind of, vulnerable or something like that, that is not a authorized application that is present over there. So he may, try to identify vulnerabilities, and find what are the loopholes present on that server or something like that. So for this reason itself, it is, important uh, that, your systems are regularly patched. So if you see any organization, so there will be a patching management team, who usually is uh, managed by the Windows team itself. So, I mean, if it is Windows server that are present, if there are Linux, then there is a Linux team who will do all this patching. So, they are the ones who, perform the patching regularly. It is very important for them to have this patching done on time to time basis. Usually, once in a month, this activity is carried out. If whenever a patch is released, so the team will, uh, decide that, they'll have this downtime and everything, and they'll release this patch, or they'll apply these patches on the servers. Next thing, so it will also help you to draw network map. So once you have, what happens is sometimes some tools are there, which which will help you to probably build all the make you understand all the architecture that is present for any organization. And once you have done that, it will, provide you the whole architecture of the organization, and it will help you to draw network map. So it will help you to understand the network topologies, what are the routers that are present, what are the servers that are present, and other information. So basically, when you're targeting an organization, it is important that you have this network map, so you can perform your. So this comes if you're, the hacker is kind of, expert hacker, or he is a sophisticated hacker. He will perform all these steps. So during this phase, the information that hacker can get is the domain name, what are the IP addresses, what are the namespaces, maybe employee information, their phone numbers, emails, and the job information. And this can be anonymous or pseudonymous. So anonymous is something where you will not reveal about anything about yourself. He may be using some kind of false identification, or he if he's doing it from some kind of what we can say through the scanning or something, he may use the VPN for himself, and through which he'll be anonymous, his identity won't be revealed, and it can also be pseudonymous. So so he'll if he's maybe making false identification, so he'll probably use someone other's identity, which will make someone else blame for his actions. So that can be internal or external as well. So he may pretend to be someone from the organization itself, and he'll try to uh, uh, he'll try to imitate that person, maybe through social media accounts, make his false account, and try to gain information, and then probably uh, if anything happens, that person can be blamed for that. So such kind of steps can be taken by an hacker. So, what are the objectives behind this? So, this can be divided into three parts. Okay, if it is network related, then this information obtained by the hacker, where it will, take information regarding the DNS, the IP networks, what are the accessible systems, what are the different websites that are present over there, what are the access controls, VPN endpoints, firewall vendors. That is also something, which is helpful for the attacker. So let's say, so there are different vendors of firewall. So uh, it may be FortiGate, it may be Palo Alto, it may be Checkpoint. These are the different vendors, firewall vendors. And let's say if one of the vendor that he is using. So let's take for example Palo Alto, and it is released that there is some vulnerability that has been found in the Palo Alto. So as soon as he immediately some vulnerability is found, the attacker will immediately try to make use of that vulnerability. If that is not patched, if it is patched, then obviously it will stop the attacker from exploiting that vulnerability. But if it is not patched, he'll try to make use of that vulnerability, and that is how this information is also helpful to know what type of firewall vendors are present. Then the what kind of IDS systems are there, what are the routing protocols that are present, and if there are any phone systems, and if it is phone system, what kind of it is it analog or VoIP, which protocol it is. So this is the information that he can gain related to network. Then coming to organization, so uh, he'll uh, uh, gain information about the structure of the organizations, what are the different websites that are present. Websites basically you can easily get it from the Google itself. Otherwise there is also one method for which there is a tool which we will see, through which also it helps us to know what kind of different websites are present. So some websites are there which are linked internally within one website. So but to gain information about that, you may require some tool or something like that. So that information he can try to get. Phone numbers is also obviously where he'll try to for doing something, social engineering or something like that, he may take use of phone numbers. Directory information, what are the office locations that are present. Again, this is also publicly available, you can get it from the Google itself. Whenever you uh, enter any organizations search, so you will see information about them. Then what is the company's history? What are the business associations are there? That information is obviously publicly available. So if there are any parent companies or there are any co-companies which are present. So sometimes what happens is there is some one main company, and there might be some co-associated companies with also there with them. So in that case, let's say if the target that the organization that he is targeting is quite secure, he is not he's not able to find any loopholes in that. So he may try to get into the co-company or something like that. So this type of information is also somewhere helpful for him. Then regarding the host, so what are the services that that host is listening to? What are the OS versions that are present? Is the internet reachable there? What are the what is the enumerated information is there? Whatever there are. So if there are any directly information that is being provided by inside the organization, SNMP information, what are the users and group, and also if there are any mobile devices that are present in that organization, or if the employees are using that mobile devices to take access or something like that. So these are the objectives which can be categorized into network, organization, and host. So basically, what information can be accessed at network level, what information can be accessed at organization level, what information can be accessed at the host level. These are all the uh, information that the attacker will try to gain. Then, what are the different methods and tools? So first one we can see is search engine, which is Netcraft. So it is a what we can say, a blueprint list of information about technologies and information about the target website. So we'll see this Netcraft tool. Uh, let's say it is my company. So let's take example of this company. We'll look up this company itself. So as you can see, there are some of the information is surely available. Some of them would be, kept hidden, because this is something which is very secure organization, and it won't have all the information present. However, there is some information that is present, and that is may be helpful as a part of attacker to understand. So first thing is what is the site rank. So it is at this rank. So as part most visited one, so it comes into this number of uh, at this number. Okay. Then uh, there are other informations like who is the hosting company, which is Bit Gravity. Hosting country is US. This is their main IP. So see, this one information you have already received, where we can get the IP of their main server itself. Okay. Uh, this is something autonomous system, and IP6 is not present. DNS, reverse DNS is also provided. Then there is name server NS1, uh, NS1 dot data communications. Registrar is public domain registrar. Uh, then they have provided the address as well. You know. Then this DNS admin. This is the DNS admin for them. We have directly got their email ID itself. Okay. Then what are the IP ranges that are you know present on that organization? So these are the IP addresses and IP range. This is we'll see this information in coming slide as well. What is INA and everything? We'll check about that as well. Then we also get the information about SSS and TLS. SSS and TLS is something also which is helpful for as a part of attacker. Uh, if it is enabled at SSL level or it is enabled at TLS level, and what are the what kind of configuration is done and everything. So that is also mentioned over there. So see, there is a validity period also that is maintained. So it is from 9 October to 8 November, which will expire in few days. Obviously, the company will, renew it, but this is something also, whenever an attacker, decides to target someone, it not maybe always the case that the site is always a secure one. It may be insecure, more information may be available. Now this validity period, obviously a company like Tata Communications will immediately increase this validity and something like that. But that might be the case from some of the organization. They may delay it for a couple of days or something, and in that period itself it is that window itself gives the attacker to perform his what we can say, to perform his attack. Another vital information you can see is public key algorithm. It is RSA encryption. Now, again, as I said, uh, this is a secure company. This is a secure website, so it is using a good encryption algorithm. Now, let's say some company is not that secure. They are not using this secure RSA encryption. They might be using some simple one or something like that. At that time, uh, the attacker may take advantage of this type of algorithm that is present. We'll understand this in coming lectures. What are the different encryption methods or something? What are the different algorithms? But important part over is the information that is available now as a part. When you're trying to learn this, course of cybersecurity, we are just at the first step, and we are trying to understand what are the phases of an attacker, and what are the ways of gaining the information. So just as a part of that, you can see that RS encryption is used. The protocol version is that is also present. What is the public key length? Is the certificate check done? So if you find some vulnerable website, you may see that this is not done. They are not using SSL itself. So if they are not using SSL, all this information may not be present, and this is something which will help the attacker, and it will immediately as I told you, right, reduces target area. Now a company or any organization that is not using SSL, it is very helpful for him to directly, target that particular part, because if it is not secure itself, your half of the work is done. Obviously, over here, everything is present. Then signature algorithm is also mentioned, SHA-256 with RSA encryption. What are the cipher methods used, which is TLS, AES, 256, GCM, SHA-384, and what is the version? So yeah, again, this is all related to your SSL. So quite a lot of information is present. Who is the issuer unit? That is DigiCert. Issuer countries, US, uh, and again this public key hash is also there. Uh, so like lot of information is present over here. Certificate transparency is also there. This is fine. This is related to all information related to the uh, certificate part. So Heartbeat was one of the vulnerability that was, when it came, it was, something where it was widespread, vulnerability in most of the SSL present, and uh, I mean most of the websites at that time were target for that. This information is also present that this site does not offer the Heartbeat TLS extension prior to the Heartbeat disclosure, and so was not unexploitable. If any website that has been previously exploited by the Heartbleed, that information could have been present over here, that at that time it was exploited or something like that. But since it was not there, so they have mentioned this information. Again, this certificate chain information which we saw, uh, you know, uh, previously. So this is the DigiCert information that is present and what is the validity period. So sender policy framework. So there is one concept which is SPF, DMARC, and DKIM, which again we will see in a lot of coming lectures. So that is something that is related to the authenticity of the what we can say, of the organization's recipient. So whenever an email has been sent, at that time, if you have enabled your SPF and DMARC policies, it helps you to provide authenticity that it is coming from an authorized user. So it helps to understand if they have enabled this SPF and DMARC. Uh, the you know description is mentioned over here, but now if you try to go into this, it will uh, confuse you. So right now, let's just understand that it provides authenticity of the sender. Now over here you can see one vulnerabilities or the one exploit that can be made by the attacker. It is shown as warning. It appears that the host does not have any SPF records. There may be SPF record on Tata Communication. Check on site report if there is anything present over here. Oh, it is there. It has this SPF protection. DMARC is also, I guess, there. DMARC, raw DMARC. Uh, they have just provided the information. Okay, so probably NetCraft doesn't have this information about the SPF record for this Tata Communications, but it is there on their site report. Then web trackers are also something which are third-party resources loaded onto web page. This helps to track information. I mean, the trackable information is present, which includes your social sharing widgets, JS files, images, and they can be used for monitoring particular behavior across the web. But over here there are no trackers identified on that website. Rest are all basic information, nothing as of use for us. So just understand that this is a tool which will probably a major tool apart from your Google, which helps you to probably gain information about the target. So as a part of your homework, try to find some vulnerable websites, some websites which which may be vulnerable, and you may try to gain some information which is viable for you, or as an attacker. So I'll just paste it in the chat box. So you can save it and then go through it. Then there is something which is known as Google search, or Google Docs. So it is also known as Google hacking. Now that doesn't mean that you go and hack Google and take information, but there is some database present on the for the Google itself, and uh, GHDB. So it contains all the information uh, which which is maybe publicly accessible, and sometimes Now Google contains a lot of input text as well. So you may find some what we can say uh, some text files which are having username and password directly, or there might be some information about the directories of a server or something like that. So a lot of information are there that is present on the Google hacking database. uh, it also contains some publicly accessible webcams as well, not webcams as such, but CCTV cameras or something like that, where you can directly monitor it. So, this database maintains the information about exploits that are differently present on their websites or something like that. So, if you go over here, you can see different exploits. So, yeah, this basically, shows what kind of exploits are present on what different parts or what different devices and anything like that. So, if you try to go and to explore this, you will find what kind of frameworks are present and what are the steps to go through that. Now, if you try to go through it, it will be quite a lot of things for you. So we won't get into it. But I mean, we can. I'm just showing you what kind of information is available and how it can be exploited or something, which is benefit for the hacker. So see, he has given all the code and everything. So Aruba is one of the device, and here it has basically provided you the code for that. So people who are make exploiting such devices or something like that, they'll uh, you know upload this exploits or anything that is helpful for any attacker. They'll just upload it over here. um, they'll upload the code and everything, and you just need to copy paste it. And if the target is vulnerable for this, he'll try to make use of that. So these are the exploits that are present. uh, what's happening anyway? Okay, so let's try to see particularly any search. Now, when you're doing, this is already a website, but you can, use your own, let's say, what I can say, you can use your own Google Doc search as well. So if you want to specify something, there is this, way of searching it. So how you can do is probably cite, which is specify this using colon, and in that you can just mention your a particular specific site, and from that site if you want to search anything more specific. So this is something which helps to refine your what we can say, your search or something like that. So you can build your own Google Docs as well. Let's try to see something which is of provide more information for us. No, I don't think so. This one will be there. See, some directly information is there with the username and password itself. His URL is there, his password is there, date of birth, all the information are directly available over here. So obviously, like when your search is not, something that is related to targeted or something like that, the password is directly there. So obviously this is some vulnerable website, so it is, showing me a lot of pop-ups. But like, if you don't have any specific target for anyone, you can just make use of that. So someone's see over here, Apple ID is mentioned and password is also mentioned. So this is how you can, if you just want to make use of, this Google website or, Google Docs, this will, help you to publicly provide you information about this. And this is how you can probably, now this is not something that is present for here over here. This information is not there. Okay. So this probably this author's query has been removed by the Google itself. But yeah, I guess you might have got the gist of it, how, how to, so category is also mentioned over here. So there are different categories, and based on that category also you can, refine your search. Uh, so yeah, let's see if this one there is. Obviously, if I'm going through a lot of this kind of searches, it will be suspicious. Oh, it has directly downloaded the Excel itself. So much of database is directly available. This should be for BPA, University of Allahabad. So someone must have gotten into this, this data, and they might have, uploaded onto the Google Docs and all that info. So now you can understand, right, how much this information is, valuable for any attacker. So he can directly have all the database where he'll have this name and, all the father's name, mother's name, date of birth, uh, category, mobile number itself is there, Aadhaar number is directly available, then his email ID is there. So much of information, his address. So yeah, so this is all the information. Obviously, don't use it for your own, ill intents. So this is just as a learning purpose. But yeah, you can just go through this and check. And yeah, as I can, as I told you, we'll see this as well. These are the, uh, initials or, marks that you can use to refine your search. So kind of a query that you can probably build to, help to gain information from the Google. Okay. Again, don't, try to use it for any malicious intent or something like that. Just we are doing it is as a part of, uh, as a part of learning activity. So the Google Docs, whenever you're mentioning, yeah, so like I told you, right, in the Google, you can mention file tabs, and in the file tabs, you can just mention colon and then your inverted commas. So into inverted commas, if you mention file tabs, colon, and into the inverted commas PDF, dot PDF, so it will show you all the files that are related to PDF. And then uh, probably it will redefine or minimize your searching part. So if you're looking specifically for some file, this does help you to reduce that search part. Then index of it will provide you the directory list. So if you're looking for any particular directory, which contains any viable information. So let's say if you just want to see any directories information that are, publicly available of any server. So that index of will provide the list of all the directories. And info contains Google's information about the page. If you provide info and then colon and whatever information that you put, if you say related to Apache Log4j or something like that, it will provide you whatever the information is present on the Google. Then in title is something uh, which will, if you are looking for any specific title or any title in the string, it will, you can just provide that information, it will return you that information. In URL will be again a string in the URL. So any string in the URL that are looking into, you will be written with that particular URL. Link finds link pages, any link specifically that you're looking for. So if you have identified any website that has any particular link on it, so you can just mention that link and it will show you all the link related to that pages. Then it is next is your related. So related will find similar pages. So if you enter the related dork and search for any particular related to the particular phrase, so anything that is related to that pages. So as I was telling you about the business associates that are present, so you can particularly try to search for that, and it will, anything that is related to that company's website, it will try to find it. Site is very easy, like it will, if you want to just look for any particular site, it will find pages specific to that site. So as we saw that GHDB is very good for learning Google Docs and how it's done in real life scenarios. Then comes website footprinting. So website footprinting is something also known as website cloning. So let's say if you have any website of yours, so if your let's say your college website is there, so now uh, you may want to clone it for different reasons. You may want to clone it for for seeing what are the pages that are present over here, or probably some people perform phishing activities by cloning that website. Now sometimes that complete website, you can't build it as it is, and to look more legitimate, at that time they will clone this website. Second thing, many a times when you clone that website, you get lot of information that is already present over there. Okay, so you may find links into the pages, you may find some sensitive information, because your whole website gets downloaded over there. How it is done, I'll show you. There is a tool that is known as HTT track. So HTT track will basically download the whole what we can say website over there. It will completely create the website as it is. I'll show you. Let me open it. Just give me a minute. So this is the website, which is HTT track website copier. Okay, you need to put next. Now let's name this as GitHub. We'll try to, obviously, because this whole website, it is difficult to uh, have downloaded and get a copy of that. We'll just see how the process is there. Then we already have one testing website which I did just to showcase you. So I'll start this. What we can do is we can go over here. We have to provide the exact website, right? So let's go to GitHub. We have provided the URL. Okay, you have to set options. You can use proxy, scan rules if you want to include everything, or you want to remove, exclude whatever you're there. So uh, this is, on the advanced level that you want to go to. Right now we wouldn't any change anything, we'll just click next. uh, we'll please adjust connection parameters if necessary, press finish to launch mirroring option, and then we'll just finish. And then it will, start the scanning. So just to, for the sake of understanding, we'll just wait for a couple of minutes. I also do have already, uh, testing that is done. Obviously it is also not a complete website, because it usually takes a lot of time to, completely download and then create its own, website. But still, at least to, understand, we'll just wait for a couple of minutes. Till it, we are waiting for a couple of minutes. If someone wants to take a short break, they can just have a short break and come in a couple of minutes till this gets somewhat downloaded. By the time we'll also load Kali. So anyone has used this Linux Kali?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, those who haven't, yet installed it in your VM, so would recommend you to start, the installation. So you can practice, go through different tools that are present over there. Okay, I guess we can stop this because obviously to scan and load it will take a lot of time. Okay, so for now we'll just cancel it. Usually it takes a lot of time to get this done. Just finish it, and let's see my websites and GitHub. So what all he has downloaded we can see if we check. Obviously since it has downloaded in very less quantity, we can get all this information that are present over here. So basically if you download the complete website, it will uh, you know it will have as it is whatever uh, we have done. But the part over here is you can see it can get all the web pages separately. See, this is not main website, but it does surely look like the main website. You can see over here, right? This is my own downloaded website, but it looks like it is the legit page. So apart from this also, you can get lot of other information as well. What are the images, are there modules? So for any coder, it is this is very helpful to get all the additional details and information. These are all the web pages obviously. But yeah, I mean you can directly get as it is. So it also has the session ID. Okay, similarly I had done for this test one. So uh, I did it for Tata Capital. So if I had downloaded everything, it would have looked quite legit website. Okay, fine. Moving on to next part. Similarly, there are other tools as well which are present on the uh, Kali or even your Linux as well. WCAT being one of them. But particularly for website cloning, this is the most helpful one. It takes some time to completely download that website, but as you can see that it gives so much of information. Archive.org is another one of the third-party tool which provide cached website from various dates, which can possibly have sensitive information that has been now removed. So we'll see that one as well. I hope I immediately get the okay, which one to take. Uh, let's take Tata Communication Self. So there are between 2008 and from when the company, I mean, the website has been launched till August 30th, it has saved this many times. So whenever any changes are made, it will, save those changes. Now you can see, highlighted part. At this date it was changed, so it has saved the snapshot. And this date also it was saved at what time. So it has also, saved that. So whenever whatever changes are made, it will save those snapshots for that. Now collections. Please load. Lot of time. Okay, there is one snapshot on, there are 117 changes. So again it has all the date wise information. Is it showing as well? Okay. Yeah, now you can see what are the changes that are done. It has, I guess, restricted, so we can't exactly get those details. Fine, just hold on. So, oh, okay. Huh. So in this part also you can see what exactly are the changes made over here, as as per date wise, and who has this collection for that. Now obviously it is not exactly giving the uh, expected details, because of maybe some restrictions that are applied, uh, but still, as part of what are the changes that you want to see, uh, it it does provide that information as well. So when that changes has been made, uh, and what are the exactly changes that are there. Now this has loaded. So this is how the company used to, I mean the page used to look at that time. And if you check now, this is how the company looks right now. I mean the page looks right now. The reason, this is helpful for an attacker is basically he may try to, check what is the information, probably some information, that was initially present at that time, that is now hidden, and uh, he may try to exploit that to his advantage. Okay, now he might get a news that at that time there was some minor information that was previously available, but now they have removed it. So whenever he wants to go back and uh, try to get that information, obviously now that is not there in their uh, into their current page, but at that time that information might be present. See, before that it used to look in this way. So this is how basically archive is useful for an attacker. So whenever any changes are made onto your web page, that change is basically stored by them, and a snapshot of that web page will be stored by them. So this one also I'll paste it, so you can just uh, check it, verify it, and do your own R&D. So I'm pasting it into the chat box. Okay, email footprinting. So email footprinting is something where you do the analysis of your email. So whenever you visit any, so let's say if you receive any email, has anyone checked the header part? So view raw message. There is one option of checking the raw message. In that raw message, you will get many of that information, which is helpful for you as an when you're analyzing any spam mail as well. But uh, whenever you're going through that. Let's say if you want to gain information now, for example, you receive any mail from your college maybe. So if you are using Gmail, there will be an option of view original, and that from view original you will get a lot of information about about their different hops or different what we can say. Let me show you, and I'll just stop the sharing for a minute, because I'm going to open my Gmail. Okay, let me reshare it again. So let's say I have received an email from Tata Click. Consider you have received it from your college and you want to get more information about your college. So over here there are three dots. Go to show original. When you go to show original, you will see your lot of information is present. What are the type of SMTP source that it has used? What is the return path of this? If when you if you reply, what will be the return path? Okay. Another information will be your received path. This received path will be your you can view it as a bottom up approach. So this would be your own email ID. Okay. So this is not your concern, but see here your their mail domain and their IP address. So this is the IP address 149.72.201.192. You have received, you have got this information for their server. So such kind of information again. Uh, what are the authentication results? Is it is the DKIM passed? Is the SPF passed? Are the signatures present? So this is also information that is helpful for you to check. So let's say you decided to you want to target your college or your organization, and you want to know that it if any SPF or DKIM is enabled or not, and and then based on that you can probably try to spoof their email ID or something like that. As we go further, you will understand what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to right now provide with the information is that this also, uh, this all this information is how it is viable, or how it is useful for the attacker. So this is how reply to, what is the reply to over here. Now, obviously, this is something, if you reply to it will bounce. So that is what they are mentioned, that if you reply to it will bounce.
But let's say if there is some information that you received someone's email ID from over here itself, so you can target that user or something like that. So this is how this information is useful whenever you're analyzing, if you're working for an organization and you are working in a email thread analysis. So this is where you also analyze the email. But apart from that, as a in the point of view of an hacker, this information is also helpful for him. Okay. Now, DNS footprinting. So whenever you do the DNS footprinting, so you guys are aware about DNS, right? What is DNS help used for and everything?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay. So these DNS records are there that is helpful for you to understand, what kind of information we can fetch, and what all things, once we get that information, you'll understand this once we see. But anything that is, these are the record types that are present. So service, start of authority, pointer, it maps an IP to an host name. Then what are the name servers, mail exchange, canonical name, and address. So DNS poisoning, this DNS poisoning is something where, if we decide to, what we can say, if you perform the DNS poisoning, it changes the cache on a machine to redirect request to a malicious server. So whenever you enter any website, so let's say we have entered Google. So first time probably it will take some time. Second time it will directly fetch it. It will load it immediately because that cache is stored into your machine. Now, whenever an attacker performs DNS poisoning, because of high load of what we can say, this high load of records or something like that, it will probably uh, release that cache or replace that cache, and it will redirect to a malicious server. DNSSEC is one tool that will help to prevent DNS poisoning by encrypting records. So if you are encrypted, it won't hamper. This will see COA record fields, will do the DNS scanning on the Kali, and then you will see all this information. So IP address management, I told you, right, that Apnic and everything that was there into when we saw into this initial footprinting. So basically, these are the management organization who will provide you the IP addresses. So these are all divided as region wise. So for North America, it is IRIN. For Asia specific, it is APNIC. For Europe, Middle East, it is RIP. For Latin America, it is LACNIC. And for Africa, it is AFRINIC. So, whenever so there will be a body that will, manage the IP addresses for different organizations and provide you the IP address basically. So, these are the, what we can say, these are the bodies that, assign that. Then there is another online tool which, helps you to gain a lot of information about the registers. So again, we'll see this tool, that is who is. Mm, there are different Whois tools as well available. Uh, which one to take? Let's take this one itself. Basically, it is showing as unavailable because uh, uh, this website is basically checking for if any domain is already present or not. It is giving this. Mm, so over here you can see the registrar. Who is the registrar? When was it registered on? When does it expire? When was it updated? Its name servers. Okay. What is the email ID? And uh, what is the city that it is, hosted on? What is the state? The address, the complete address is there of the registrars, and all the technical, and the raw whois will have most of the information. So it will have the registrar, again same thing, and the yeah. So again, whatever the details that we saw, the same details it will have. Sometimes it is, having some additional information. Now this is not including all the information, it may have additional information as well. So this is also quite an helpful tool to understand, for an attacker to get details of that particular uh, what we can say, that particular website or that particular organization. Okay. Uh, then we'll have this DNS footprinting we saw. Okay, NSLOOKUP is also one of the pre-installed tool. It is available on Kali Linux as well as it will have uh, on your Windows as well. But Kali will provide the additional information. Okay, we'll fire up our Linux. Over here, you will get the categories. Okay, you have all the categories which which will help you to uh, look at the different tools that are present on your Kali Linux. Let's look for Nmap. Nmap we saw, right? So what I'll do is I'll take my own host system. I'll check what is the IP. It is 192.168.1.6. Now, there are different parameters for searching. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Nmap -h. This -h will probably, I am not sure if this will, it does provide some types of what kind of scanning you want to do. If you want to do list scanning, if you want to do ping scan, if you want to, check all the ports or something, you can just, scanning techniques are also there. So these are the different scanning techniques, UDP scan, TCP. We'll all see these types of scanning later on in the probably next lecture. But just for the information right now, you can see what are the informations that are present. Okay. uh, I'm just right now giving you, will again in further in the next lecture we'll see this in details, but for now I'll just provide you uh, like how the scanning is done and what information can be gained from this. As you can see, right, I scanned my system, my Windows system, and over here I could see that this 445, 139, 135, 443, 902, all these ports are open on my system. Now let's say if I am scanning as an hacker, if I'm scanning, so this provides me, a lot of information that which port can I target, which service I can exploit and everything. So this is one of the helpful tool for an attacker when he's trying to do Nmap, or when he's trying to do the he's trying to narrow down his search on what we can attack. then it is your DNS recon. So DNS recon is something, which will provide you with the DNS, what we can say, the all the information that we saw right now. See, this what we can say, SOA, NS, all this information probably this DNS can provide. So try to let's try to make data capital and see what are different parameters will do this R&D. Hmm, thought so. Okay, I just randomly typed DNS recon, but it provided me kind of error that your arguments are missing. Now, what kind of arguments that I can put? I can provide the directory. What is the range? What is the NS? What are the name servers that are present? This kind of info argument that I have to put. Now let's try this. A domain name is required. Why is it giving me like this? Really provided. Domain name is required. Hmm, okay. DNS recon. Hmm, okay, I guess that was some other information that it will provide. I will check on that. But the basic information you can see over here, right? Where we saw what is the service of authority, what is the name servers that are present on this. Uh, then it is also showing me Kerberos server IP. Okay. AI records is it is also showing. Uh, mm, mail server is it is also given the information. See, by MX it means mail server. So it has given the IP address and what is the what it is associated with. So overall 10 records it has returned. Fine. We'll also look up NS lookup. If you want to do the particularly mail exchange information, you can just provide. I'll tell you about this. Mm. So basically, NS lookup is something which helps you to identify the host name or the what is the IP address of my server 192.168.6. So it will provide me the host name. No, because it is not in the okay, these are not connected. So NS lookup is something which it will provide you the information uh, about the records that are maintained for its domain. So whenever I'm trying to let's say NS lookup. Uh, H. No. So I'll have to provide the type. Now type over here that we saw is where is it? Yeah. So I'll have to provide what type of information I need. So is it I'll need the IP address of the domain. The 4 times app represents the domain's IPv6. CNAME is the canonical name allowing domain to map to another. So these are the information. So MX I told you, right? The server that handles email for that domain. That information I will get. NS will be one or more authoritative name records for the domain. And TXT will be a record that contains information for outside DNS server. So uh, so basically for this type of DNS records, NS lookup is used. Now, if I try for the mail exchange gateway for GitHub, let's see if it returns anything. It is, I think it won't allow. I'll try it for let's try for again this part. Any which way, this tool has provided you, enough information. It has already given you MX records, but just as a, part of something specific, if you want to try, you can try this. However, for us, NS lookup is not giving much of information because it is not able to reach it. It has reached to 64 IP, which is there. What is that? Care browser, this one, yeah, SOA. This name server it is able to reach. After that, it is not able to reach. However, with DNS Recon, we are able to get the mail exchange information as well. Okay. Uh, so there are other tools as well like Shodan. So Shodan, unless traditional search engines such as Google, it uses web crawler to transverse your entire site. But it will directly, channel in behind the net internet. So, this is something which it will do offline. It will provide you other types of search engine. Okay, some of these are described as search engine of service banners. Okay, that is fine. So Shodan, let's look for the Shodan. Let's see what information does it give. Is it anything different? Okay, so it is showing that how many hosts are there in the different countries. We can see in US there are 17, in where is it? Canada it is 17, US 71, Namibia, South Africa 3, Australia it is there. In India there are 59 hosts. So this Shodan is giving you quite different types of, uh, uh, okay, it has also given me a uh, how many total numbers are there and how many in which countries it is present. So there are maximum is in US and 59 in India. So what kind of domains there are present? What is the IP addresses of them? Uh, uh, if we click onto this, I guess it will provide some depth info. Yeah, it is in Pune, and there are total 25 open ports. Okay. So because of the poor reputation, it is so basically there are some policies which will not allow me to get further access. But again, like I said, this is something which is a secure website. But if you're targeting something which is, vulnerable website, it is very helpful for you to gain information even from this tool as well. So again, I'll put this, in the uh, the chat box. So make sure that you do some research on this and you go through this one. Okay, I guess we have completed all the tools and everything for today. Uh, we checked what are the footprinting tools that are useful for an attacker. So anyone has any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I could see a lot of people have already left. Fine. So let's go through these tools in the week and see if you have any queries. You can ask me in the next lecture. If those who are not having Kali Linux installed, so install it on your system. Go through the different tools and see if you have your own finding. You can check that once as well. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the next lecture. Okay, I think we can wind up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.